Welcome back to Blue Zone Homestead. Today we are going to dig up some potatoes. The first early Vitanoire Bim purple potatoes right behind me. I'm aiming for a row today because I'm so curious what's beneath. So the first row's foliage now, it's very close to be dried off. That indicates that potatoes are ready. And this is my favorite garden job. I just remembered that I have some shallots in here as well. We need to harvest, friends. Right, let's start with this one. Oh, the first one's good. It's a good start. You know, this is my favorite job in the world. To harvest potatoes, right? So the potatoes so far, well, by now I've dug all this patch up. I'm doing a voiceover. They're not great. I don't want to sound ungrateful because I am so grateful for the potato harvest what we have so far. It's just, you know, when you compare for previous years, and some years are amazing, and it's just because of my favorite job in the world to get potatoes, and if it's a good harvest, it just makes it extra special. But yeah, I honestly don't know what's gone wrong this year, so would love to hear from you if you have dug up any of your potatoes, first or second early, that how did you get on, how was the harvest. I mean, summer so far, it's fairly on a colder side this year. We did have plenty rain, and that attracts even more slugs, you know, but yeah, it's been okay, but not great, friends. It's been eating it. Slugs. A very bad slug year. All the leftover foliage that will go to my compost bin. So I'm just making like a pile. Several little piles, and then on the end of the process I'm just going to get the wheelbarrow and just wheel it to the compost area, and that would make compost for the next crop. So I am kind of no-dig. So it's most of the potatoes we can harvest without any tools, we're just using our hands and fingers. But I do leave a lot behind, you know. It always grows so much volunteers for me that all the potatoes what I leave behind, they usually become volunteers, and more year by year it's more and more volunteers I have. So I just use a fork and just fork it through a little bit as well for the chance of finding some more potatoes. So on this particular day we've done the first row because I was so curious and I wasn't happy with the harvest, and I went back to the house and checked on my vlog when we put the potatoes in the ground, and that's when I realized it's not the best so far. The first 6 potatoes were my home saved seeds from last year, so I really wanted to go back and check the shop bought one, what we are gonna do in a minute, and find out the results. So that was the seed potato. And using straw as a mulch is really good because it keeps the ground moist. What I didn't need it this year, it's only attracted the slugs. So I don't know what to do next year, because I do want to use the straw because it covers the potatoes when they're poking out of the ground. It would prevent to go green. So this one small row, 5, 6 seed potato gave us this much. It's not the best harvest, but it's better than nothing. And I am tempting to do the secondary now, the Charlotte. Let's go and dig up some Charlotte next. So the foliage of these 3 are completely gone, so they are ready to harvest. Yeah, I clearly couldn't resist. When I'm in a swing to dig up potatoes, I would do it. Probably I could have done the whole lot. But we've only done that first row, and we're going to, and this was actually a very good harvest, the Charlotte secondary potatoes. The Charlotte actually is one of my favorite potato to grow. It's waxy yellow potato. This one's gonna be good, friends. Spirit's back. Let's do this next one. Oh wow, look! Now we're talking. Something in there as well. What's in there? It's a Vitanoire. We're going to dig up the rest of the Charlotte potatoes in another vlog, because that's still a lot left there and it looks like it's a good harvest, so I'm really excited about that. I'm going to pick a dry day as well, so dry couple of days when we're going to dig them up, so make sure we're not gonna collect too much soil on them when we are gonna cure them, especially the ones that are going for storage. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's see if any more there. I am actually so proud of myself growing potatoes now, probably at least 5 years. I definitely not bought potatoes from the supermarket, because I managed to grow a whole year worth of potatoes every single year. And I really enjoy growing all the different varieties as well. I think it's so much fun. Well, this one's looking good. Let's find out. Some of these Vitanoires is from last year. That's where we had a very good Vitanoire Bim harvest, and that's why I've decided to do it again this year. And this one in here, it looks better. Look. Oh wow, look at this. Maybe this likes this spot. Wow, what a difference. So these are overwintered Vitanoire Bim, but I've not planted this year. And they actually look an amazing look. Because this is my Charlotte, so anything is not Charlotte in here, it's volunteer from previous years. And you know what I've noticed over there? That the stem was very skinny this year in that corner where we've just been, and over here it honestly looks better. Right, I'll leave this one is still got very green, but this one is, I'll cover this up because it's poking through. We don't want that. Let's do next. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 5th one. Just removing these knuckles. Just weeding over here. I'm already thinking what we can plant in here next. Such a beautiful color, creamy color. This Charlotte is, look how beautiful. This is an amazing harvest. Wow, look at this. That is a jacket potato, straight away. That is an enormous jacket potato, friends, right here. Beautiful. That's what I do with most of the things I grow, you know. As soon as I started harvesting them, all these ideas of how I'm gonna cook them just pop into my mind. Like when I see a huge potato, I get so excited straight away. I'm thinking all the jacket potatoes I can make. With the smaller ones, you know, I usually make like when it's fresh or new potato, like really lovely new potato with butter and mint and parsley, or I like to use them up as mush, you know, just it takes ages for peel it sometimes, but I don't mind. I like doing jobs like that. So I just peel loads and I make mashed potatoes, and kind of the medium large size I leave it for chips or roast potatoes because we absolutely love it. It is so important to ridge it or build it up like this little molehill version, you know, to hide those potatoes. We really don't want the potatoes to expose exposure of the sun, because that will turn it green and it's poisonous. It's really not good for our health. So that's the reason I do use a straw as well, because that would prevent that and also keep the ground moist. But this year just didn't work out, because we had so much water, and honestly the only thing was hiding under those straws are millions of slugs. Right, this side of the garden the potatoes are looking much better, so I am very hopeful with this patch, as this is quite a decent big patch in here. We still got 4 more rows to go, so I've done only 1 row, and that gave us all these beautiful harvests and some more in the end. We're going to take this now to the annex for curing in a cool, dark place. I've just got some sheets on the floor, and I'm just going to cure it there for a while. Looking back now, look at what a wonderful potato harvest we are actually having. And this is just a start, you know, we still got to do all the second, early and the main crops. So I am actually very grateful, and also what I like doing after we've done the whole lot and cured them all. So I am mix and match with colors and size and shape. So when I go and grab like a sack to bring it into the house, I usually make like about 5 kilo sacks, and that's got all different colored and, you know, purple, pink, white, yellow potatoes and all shape and size. And it just looks so good when I cook with it again, because I imagine them as a chips, let's say, on our plate. I have got 3 rows of Vitanoire Bim-First early potatoes in here, and we dug up the first row together, and it was okay, but it wasn't a brilliant harvest. So I went to check back the vlog when we put these seed potatoes in the ground, and it was about 4 months ago now. And what I have noticed, so it might be the problem, but I'm not sure, because it's some controversial things again where the Charlotte patch is. But what I'm thinking, I actually found out we've put 30 seed potatoes, 30 purple seed potatoes in this small patch behind me. The first row, the first 6, it was my home saved seed potato from last year, and they were quite large. The other thing, I'm thinking maybe I haven't done right that took all the chits off. I'm not sure whether I should have left it. I thought I'm doing good to leave only 2 that would shoot up and make stronger plant and more potatoes. I did notice when the plants were growing, the foliage and the stems were like laggy, you know, they're just gone like too tall and then falling over. They weren't robust, strong plants. So I was a bit like, I'm not sure what's going on here. So, well, I need to do some more research, but I might just leave, because I did read, and I know people do this, you know, when you chit the potato early in spring, you don't leave all the chits on. Some of you guys, you know, take some off, so that's what I've done. But I might try next year to leave all on again, and let's what's happened. Because over there where the Charlotte potato is, the second early, and there were few behind from last year's Vitanoire Bim, and I dug up. They were absolutely gorgeous. So, and I was like, is it the area where they are, or is it, what did I do wrong? I don't know. But I'm thinking, because of the first row was my home saved seed, the other 2 was shop bought. Let's see whether the shop bought one done better or not. So let's go and dig up the other 2 row. Well, let's find out. While we're here, I'll do a bit of weeding as well. And we need to harvest shallots as well, because I'm keep trotting on them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that another day, because we've got quite a bit of shallots to harvest, and we need to harvest the onions. So I might going to harvest all our onions and the shallots at the same time, because all those need curing as well, because probably gonna be so much that is gonna be for a whole year's worth. I think we can rule out that seed potato was the problem, because it's pretty much the same here as well. It's not yielded as I hope, although we slug damage, look, literally, look, 2 slugs in there, and the potato inside, it's all gone. Ugh, gross. Oh, this one is a bigger. That's nice. I am going through after we finished, and everything what's got slug damage that wouldn't store really well. So I'm going to use this up first. We did have a very rainy year. It rained so much. I didn't have to water the garden much at all. What is good, but also slug problem was the worst this year. Look at this. Did you see that? Wow, slugs love potatoes. We'll have to dig it up, otherwise they would eat the lot. Friends, we need to eat as well. Oh no! Pieced it through. We did have rain last night, so the soil is a little bit wet.
yeah, it's the harvest this year. It's a lot different story from last year. Last year was amazing, this purple potato. I'm no joking, friends. I came out a couple of nights ago and I must have collected about 500 slugs from my garden in the evening. It's unreal, the infestation, honestly. Oh, this one has got nothing, literally nothing in here. We had lots of rain last night. This one is lovely. Got a few nice. A lot of with the slug damage. Wow. Friends, that's what we've got from 7 seed potato. Let's do the last row. Look at the size of this slug. Whoa.
I do go out, not every night, but a couple of times a week, evening time, about 9-10 o'clock, just before bed, with a torch. And honestly, I go through the polytunnel and the greenhouses and collect so many slugs.
Wow, this one is a good one. This one is the best one so far. Perfect. Wow. That's beautiful.
I might need to think of another preservation method, because I usually just like to keep them in storage, but because all the slug damage and probably not gonna eat them all that quick, we might gonna pressure can some, or we might gonna freeze dry and make powder for mashed potato. So yeah, actually I'm quite looking forward to experiment to preserving them in different ways.
Look at the size of these slugs. Size of a potato. Should have like a bucket for the slugs as well. Maybe the lack of heat that they didn't grow, because we had plenty water, but it was very cold summer so far. This one is actually all right. This one here. It's a little bit wet, but I couldn't wait any longer. I wanted to find out what's going on. It's not ideal when it goes to storage when it's got mud on it. It would be better if it would be a dry day, but never mind. I don't have so much potatoes on, look. Just not developed yet. First they've been in the ground now for 4 months. I'm going to take this one, what's in the basket. These are the good ones for curing. And all these here either have damage or, slug damage. So I'm gonna take this to the kitchen and we're gonna use this up the next couple of weeks. The way I cure the potatoes, I am just leaving this. It's fairly dark in here. We've only got 2 small windows in this room, so it's fairly cool and fairly dark. And I'm gonna leave this here for probably for about a month, and then I'm just going to use that sack to put them in, and I'm usually keep them in here in this dark place. So I've got the pallets set up and I'm just leaving in all along here. That's where my potato storage is. It is such a lovely day, it's really warm. I was tempting to do the Charlotte secondary potatoes, but that's quite a big job because it's still a lot there. I'm expecting loads from that harvest, so we're going to do as a vlog as itself on its own another day. But I've got these 3 little baskets in here with some goods, mainly potatoes. So we're going to use this up first, and I'll leave the one what I'm curing for the winter months. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me today, and see you very soon. Bye friends!